Right. Coal in. Enhanced Sag Mill. 1, please. Oh, what else are we missing? Nothing. We just don't have a CPU big enough.
Yep.
Well, we might do, but the enhanced machine chassis are currently in it. Let's cancel that for now.
That is on my list to do today, or possibly on my list for you to do.
Okay, our big one is big enough, but it was in use. So I've resolved that issue.
Do you want to make some more space in the bunker?
Yeah, that is on the list.
Have some more computer space.
It's on the list once I've done some quests.
Okay.
Quests are fun though.
Good.
I want to do quests. Oh, would you look at this? It needs grains of piezometry to make the Sag Mill.
Of course.
Okay. Right, so it's pulsating crystals.
There we go.
Let me just make them all into grains of piezometry quickly.
Right, is this going to start working when it connects up? There we go. We are digging.
I'll just do it manually for it.
That's done.
Oh, my game just crashed.
Interesting. What were you doing?
Looking in the Sag Mill.
That's not loud. It's a secret machine.
Rude of it. I'll just reload the entire Modpack quickly.
You're stuck watching my point of view, where I'm just watching an excavator to see if it digs up coal. Which it does. Oh, and diamond, apparently.
Yeah, that one surprised me. It'll be a carbon vein, won't it?
It's just a coal vein. We've had as much diamond as coal at this point. But that's not the worst.
It may be called a coal vein. I imagine the intention is it's carbon, because both coal and diamond come from carbon.
Yes. And emerald as well is coming from that vein.
Oh, weird. can't justify that.
Nope.
Can't explain that. I'm just going to close the window because there is someone revving their engine repeatedly outside.
Oh yeah,
Which is a little annoying.
My window shut.
I meant to. I forgot
underneath
to
my
close
window
it.
talking.
I'd forgotten to close it today.
What else is on my list of things to do today? More crafting CPUs. So I need to actually make some CPUs to go in the new room.
You've probably got enough grains of piezometry in the computer to restart the enhanced Sag Mill craft. So that can be set up to make more grains of piezometry.
Yes. Just the one?
I think we just need the one.
Scheduled. 8 grains of piezometry.
Oh, did you not have enough? How many did it want?
Piezometry. What crystals do they come from?
Pulsating. I put 19 through the Sag Mill.
Yeah, but did they not get... They don't get imported straight back into the computer from
the
Sag Mill.
Well, they were disappearing out of the Sag Mill, so they went somewhere. Oh, no, maybe the chest they export into doesn't go into the computer. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they just go into that chest. There we go, right.
I didn't get a chance to check that before my game crashed. All I saw was they were disappearing from the Sag Mill.
Well, you put enough in to make 2, so I'll schedule 2.
Oh, I do need them for other things as well.
Well, I've got a Sag Mill now, so I'll go set it up. There we go, I completed a quest. After you did all the hard work, I completed it.
It was on my list.
So I get credit for it.
But I did want the Sag Mill to be set up so that I could finish some other stuff.
Yes. I will go and set it up now. Right.
The lesson here is to always check whether the thing needs to be made in the Sag Mill as opposed to a crusher.
Yeah.
Because I imagine there are a couple of other things that need to be done in the Sag Mill.
Possibly. I don't know. Blue cables. Second Sag Mill has been made.
6 out of 7.
Interface. Import.
Finishing up.
Interface. Import.
Almost there.
Right. Do we want automated grinding balls, or do we not care that much?
If you're going to automate grinding balls, I would recommend End Steel on the basis that they are the best, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
They're 240% of bonus output. So they're the best bonus output percentage. They might not be best on the main output, but as it's generally the bonus output we'd want more of, I feel optimizing for that's probably best.
The problem with end steel is we currently don't have a source of end stone.
No, I acknowledge. Well, yeah. Is that something we can make with the atomic reconstruction or not? I can't remember.
Not that I know of.
I am aware that we don't have a great supply of end steel, but
yeah. The only way to get it is through essence crafting.
yeah.
So we'll have to wait until we get to mystical agriculture, and it's a tier 3 seed as well.
Fun.
And it has to be done through Thorncraft.
Well, we can use astral sorcery to turn sandstone into endstone, but I mean, I acknowledge that that's not a terribly easier than
Yeah.
mystical agriculture. But yes.
How far away is that? Mystical iron block. Mystical iron. We're not far off, maybe. We just do Frostfire.
Bear in mind though, like not every recipe needs the grinding ball. Like the pulsating crystals integrated pisality doesn't actually use grinding balls.
Then I will ignore it for now.
So, you really do not need it for everything.
Yeah. Right.
Right, back to this.
Patterns.
Can I make my crystalline capacitors yet?
Yes. I just
Yes, I now have enough
Sag
coal.
Mill.
I now have enough coal.
Right, what am I doing? Powered spawner. I was also going to set up a sag mill, but that might be better to do after the powered spawner.
You just did
'cause I think-
just did the sag mill.
Slice and splice. That's what I meant. I need to set up the slice and splice. But that needs a lot of heads.
Well, we've got the mob grinder running.
We did the mob grinder running. I thought it used more other things, but apparently not. So I might do that. It's just how quick are we going to want lots of powered spawners?
I don't know. I'm actively making one now. Like
I know, but I think
I'm almost done.
It's worth automating.
Although I am going to need to find a bat quickly. Don't suppose we've already got a bat, have we? No. Now, the last couple of times we needed a bat, we spawned one with the summon ritual. I might just go and fly into a cave and look for one.
Which part do you use the bat for?
The flight control unit. In fact, actually, I think I might need 2 bats.
Yeah,
I
you need to make 2
bats.
of those.
I will.
So, yeah.
Before I go into a cave, I will go back and get a second soul vial.
So yeah, this is why we want the power spawner, because then we just set bats up as a recipe. If you could get a 3rd bat, so we can set the power spawner up with one. With bats. That would be very useful.
The problem is my powered spawner that I'm making is going to be wither skeletons.
I know, but also we're a team,
Yes.
and you're going to want more in future.
But my point is, three bats is a moot point because the one I'm making is not going to be bats. So you're actually going to need 5 bats.
Well, if you're off bat hunting, could you get some more for me,
I'm
please?
in the cave now. I've only got 3. I've only got 3 soul vials on me.
Why can't we make yours into bats?
Because I was making it
the next one.
for wither skeletons.
I know, but we. Okay.
Also,
I'm
finding
gonna start.
bats is so difficult.
Well, hence why we should turn the first one into a bat one.
This cave is a nightmare. What are they? Oh, they're grooves. They're dead now. There's a bat. Bat number 1.
Well done.
Obtained.
Solarium block.
Maybe we could have it on bats for a few seconds to get enough bats for the next one, and then I can change it to wither skeletons. How's that as a
That would be
compromise?
acceptable.
I still need to find 2 more bats though, so...
Yeah.
Oh, my shurikens have just
Okay,
broken.
it's just that. They do keep breaking, your shurikens.
Well, they don't have a great durability on them, I'm going to be honest.
No.
There's some coal ore down here.
Right. Spawner. Powered spawner.
Bats,
Harvester.
please.
Right, advanced circuits, resident allied
There's
block.
one. No, that's a skeleton. That's not a bat.
Wrong
That's a
panel.
creeper. That's not a bat. This would go a lot faster if we were both looking for bats, to be honest.
Well, I'm setting up the recipe for the powered spawner, so we can auto-craft them, which is also useful.
Where's the bats?
Oh god, I hope
And
you
where was the cave I found the
got this
last
set
one
up.
in, so that I can see if it spawned another? I'm lost. I'm well and truly lost in this cave.
Right, that is a soul binder.
Automating it is a bit pointless because you will need 9 Enderman souls per spawner.
I know, but Enderman should be fairly, well, should be easier. That's a doable recipe.
I found a mine shaft.
It's all doable.
I'm not sure if we have already explored this mine shaft, but judging by the lack of light, I'm going to say probably not. That said, I'm not lighting it up now, so
Yeah.
the fact that it wasn't lit up before doesn't mean a huge amount. There's a lot of mobs down here, not many bats.
Has to be a Hardmandarian.
I have found a way out though. I'm wondering if there's another biome I'd be better off in. Maybe the deep dark.
Right, isn't the induction smelter, right.
Might have more luck with bats in the deep dark. We will see.
I don't remember there being an awful lot of bats in the deep dark.
Well, there's not an awful lot of bats in the overworld either, so...
That is true.
The thing is, bats spawn in the dark and the whole deep dark is dark.
True.
So I might not have to explore caves for them, they might just explore... They might just spawn in the main area. There's a lot of wisps around,
Cryothium.
must be said.
That takes Cryothium. Induction.
Not seeing a lot of bats. The problem is, much like the issue with ores, where for every ore you add, the existing ones get slightly rarer. The same is true of mobs. For every extra mob there is, the existing mobs are slightly rarer.
Yeah.
Bats are already not the most common.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2. One, and... They're a nightmare to catch because they just fly away. There we go. 3 bats. coming home.
Exactly.